My wife cheated on me at a party. I packed my bags that same night and disappeared. For 3 years, she had no idea where I was. Then one Tuesday evening, she knocked on my door, and what she told me changed everything I thought I knew. The doorbell cut through the silence of my apartment like a knife. I'd been half dozing on the couch, lost in some mindless TV show, when that sound snapped me back to reality. Who knocks unannounced on a Tuesday night? I shuffled to the door, looked through the peephole, and my heart stopped. Emily, my wife, the woman I'd walked away from 3 years ago, standing right there on my doorstep, like no time had passed at all. For a moment I considered pretending I wasn't home. But I knew Emily. If she'd tracked me down after all this time, she wasn't going anywhere. I unhooked the chain and cracked the door open. "What do you want?" My voice came out harder than I intended. Her eyes, those same hazel eyes that used to make my chest ache, locked onto mine. "I need to talk to you, Ryan. Please, just let me explain." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Explain. You can't be serious. I think the way I left made it pretty clear I had nothing left to say to you." She flinched, but she didn't move. "I have no idea why you left," she said quietly. "I came home and, you were just gone. No note, nothing, just empty closets." I stared at her in disbelief. "You can't be serious right now. You know exactly what you did." She held my gaze. "Ryan, please, can I come in?" Every instinct told me to slam the door, but there's something stopped me. Some small, stubborn part of me that still needed answers. "Fine," I said. "Get it over with." As she walked past me, I caught a trace of her perfume, the same one she wore on our first date. I pushed the memory away before it could settle. She perched on the edge of my couch, looking around the room. I went to the kitchen to get her a glass of water and to buy myself a moment to think. Standing at the sink, my mind drifted back to that night. The night everything ended. I'd just gotten home from work, loosening my tie, when I walked in and stopped. Dead. Emily was dressed like I'd never seen her before. Black dress, hair done, ready to go out. "Are we going somewhere?" I asked, confused. She laughed, but there was something sharp underneath it. Not we. Me. I have a date tonight." The world tilted. "A date?" I repeated. "With who?" "You don't know him. He works with me. He asked me to go to Sophia's party with him, and I said yes." Sophia. The name alone made my jaw tighten. Emily's so-called best friend. 4 divorces, every single one. Because she got caught cheating. I never understood how my Emily, my sweet, loyal Emily, could be close with someone like that. "He knows you're married, right?" I asked, my voice tight. Emily shrugged. "It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to happen." I stepped closer. "Emily, don't go." For a moment, I thought I saw hesitation in her eyes. Then she shook her head. "Tom is counting on me." Something broke inside me, right then and there. "If you walk out that door tonight, you're kissing this marriage goodbye. I mean, it—" She rolled her eyes. "Don't be ridiculous, Ryan. This won't hurt us at all." She reached for the door handle. "Don't wait up." And she was gone. I stood there, staring at the closed door for what felt like hours. By midnight, I'd made up my mind. I packed everything I cared about, cleaned out our joint accounts, quit my job the next morning, threw my phone in a trash can, and bought a burner. By the time the sun rose, I was already on the road. I ended up in Castle Rock, Colorado, found a job, rented a small apartment, started over. For 2 years I lived quietly, dated a bit, nothing serious, and then, out of nowhere, Emily was at my door. I carried the glass of water back to the living room and sat across from her. "Talk," I said. She took a slow sip. Her hands were shaking slightly. "That night, at Sophia's party," she began, "I wasn't there to cheat on you, Ryan. I want you to know that." "Really?" I said flatly, because what I heard on the phone suggested otherwise. Her eyes went wide. "The phone call? Sophia called me that night. I heard everything, Emily." She closed her eyes. When she opened them again, they were full of tears. "Ryan, I was drugged." The room went completely still. Someone slipped something into my drink. I started feeling dizzy as the party was. Breaking up, Sophia told me I'd had too much and put me in one of her spare bedrooms to sleep it off. She paused, her voice dropping to almost a whisper. I don't know how or when it started, but I slowly became aware that someone was there. I thought it was you. I thought I was home. My stomach turned. When I realized what was happening, it was too late. I couldn't fight it. I couldn't stop it. She stumbled over the words. The pain in her eyes was real. I'd seen Emily lie before. This wasn't that. I went straight to the hospital the next morning. They found traces of rohypnol and ecstasy in my blood. The police got involved. I tried calling you, but your phone was already gone. I ran a hand through my hair. The anger I'd been holding onto for 3 years was starting to crack. "Why didn't you—" "I tried," she said, tears streaming now. "I broke down for 2 days straight when I found out you were gone. Then I got an attorney and sued everyone at that party. Who was involved?" She gave a small, bitter smile. "Sophia and Tom had conspired together. Most of the suits were thrown out. But those two, I won." "Sophia had nothing but her house. But with what I got from Tom, I paid it off and sold it. That's how I hired the private investigator. That's how I found you." Silence stretched between us. I didn't know what to say. Everything I thought I knew about that night had just been turned upside down. Finally I spoke. "Emily, I'm sorry for what happened to you. I genuinely am." But you still walked out that door. I warned you. I told you what it meant if you left. I didn't know. It doesn't matter. My voice was steady. You made your choice that night, and I made mine. Her jaw set with determination. "I'm not giving up on us, Ryan. I love you. I belong with you. I'm not going anywhere." Before I could respond, the front door opened. "I'm home, babe. What's for dinner?" A blonde woman walked in and paused when she saw Emily sitting on the couch. "Oh, who's this?" I cleared my throat. "This is Emily, my wife." I paused. "Emily, this is Jessica." Jessica's face broke into a warm smile. She walked over to Emily and hugged her. "Thank you," she said softly, "for sending Ryan to me." Emily looked shell-shocked. Jessica turned to me. "I thought we were going out tonight." "We are. Go get changed." As soon as Jessica disappeared into the bedroom, Emily turned to me, her face pale. "Does she know you're still married?" "She does." Emily's voice cracked. "Ryan, I fought for 3 years to find you. I'm not going to stop now." I looked at her for a long moment. "Emily, I don't want you. That chapter is closed. Get a divorce. Find someone new. And this time, don't walk out the door when a man tells you it matters." She was crying as she left. But she left. Jessica came out of the bedroom in a black dress, raising an eyebrow at the empty room. "She's gone," I said. Jessica smiled. "Good. Now hurry up. I'm starving." As I headed to the bedroom to change, I paused at the door and looked back at her, humming softly to herself, flipping through a magazine like she owned the place. Because in every way that mattered, she did. The past was behind me. And for the first time in 3 years, I was exactly where I was supposed to be. If this story hit you somewhere deep, drop your age and where you're watching. From in the comments. I love knowing who's out there listening. See you in the next one.